We are going to relentlessly chase perfection, knowing full well we will not catch it, because nothing is perfect. But we are going to relentlessly chase it, because in the process, we will catch excellence. Vince Lombardi. Many think football coach Vince Lombardi was talking about outcomes, but he was really talking about process. Pursue perfection in our process, both professionally and personally, and the outcomes will follow. One aspect of business process involves workplace accountability. Performed to near perfection, it's called a just culture. And here's what it looks like. It's a covenant. Just culture is not a slogan posted in an elevator, nor a non-punitive reporting policy crafted by your safety team. Just culture is instead leadership's commitment to all employees about how they will be treated within the organization. It applies to everyone, from the CEO to frontline employees. It's about creating a culture where everyone understands and supports a common set of ideas about what it means to be accountable for our actions. It's all values. Just culture is not a safety program. Just culture must address all conduct, from the mission of the organization to all of its attendant values, from privacy to efficiency, from safety to protection of the environment. The tenets of just culture must address human conduct across every value held by the organization. It's not about outcome. Just culture must strongly reject the deceptive strategy of no harm, no foul. If there's been a risky choice, yet no harm has occurred, managers often take the easy path of avoiding that crucial conversation with their employees. Just culture cannot simply be what happens after harm has occurred. It must also be about preventing harm in the first place. It's about all three duties: values, rules, and outcomes. Just culture is not only about rules and procedural environments, it is also about our responsibility to produce outcomes and our obligation to avoid unjustifiable risks in the absence of rules. A just culture should encompass all three types of duty that we impose upon each other in a civil society and in the workplace. It's honoring the full spectrum of human behavior. Just culture is not simply how we respond to human error. It's about how we respond to the entire spectrum of human behavior. Human error, at-risk behavior, reckless behavior, knowingly causing harm, and a purpose to cause harm. Human beings engage in all five of these behaviors, and our workplace justice system must be smart in managing them all. It's recognizing justifiable breach. Just culture recognizes that we cannot create rules that will apply to every possible circumstance our employees may face. Employees must be encouraged and supported when they break a rule in support of the values we all share. It's looking beyond that one bad day. Just culture must encompass individual performance beyond that one bad day. It must address repetitive deficiencies, and it must find a way to accurately assess an individual's body of work. From our response to single events to considering potential raises and promotions, just culture must address the wide spectrum of circumstances where a person's conduct and output will be evaluated. It's a partnership with the regulator. Just culture requires that organizations and regulatory agencies work to be on the same page when addressing the spectrum of human behavior. If the organization consoles the error or coaches the at-risk choice, while the regulator seeks to punish based upon the severity of the outcome, we fall short of excellence in our just culture. In the United States, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and the airlines it regulates provide us with the blueprint for the sort of partnership many industries must work to establish. It's accountability. Just culture is not about a lack of accountability. It is not about being blame-free or non-punitive. It's not a get-out-of-jail-free card. Just culture is about holding each other accountable in a way that gives recognition to who we are as inescapably fallible human beings. It's learning. Just culture will significantly increase hazard in event reporting. When we trust that we will be judged fairly, we raise our hands to report concerns at a significantly higher rate. It is not immunity that gets people to report risk. It is counting on being heard and trusting that leaders will respond in a constructive manner. Just culture is process. It's a business process for producing better outcomes for your shareholders, customers, and employees. If you do it well, it cannot help but spill outside the walls of your business and into your community. to neighbors, teachers, and coaches. Just culture cannot help but create a more compassionate, caring, and civil society. Pursue perfection as Coach Lombardi encouraged, and you may indeed catch just culture excellence.